Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Grace with the Grit. Today we have an inspirational video. I'm going to show us all how I took my hair from this total shrinkage to this in just about 10 minutes. First, you would definitely need a couple of combs, that tin tail comb and the bigger one because this hair is not going to detangle itself. Then you would need, I used the Cantu shea butter to detangle my hair. It really does help. I also used my Eco Styler gel. I need to get myself another kind of that. So obviously first you use your tail comb to partition your hair into two equal halves. Now you want to do this nice and neat because yes, this is a protective style, but it's something you're going to carry for the next week, 7 to 10 days. So you need to make sure that to the best of your abilities, your hair is well partitioned. Once you've done that on all of your head, then you need to apply the Cantu shea butter. I did that very generously because my hair is extremely thick. It's quite long as well, so I needed a lot of that. So yeah, make sure to put that as much as you need. Also do note that my hair was moist at this point, so you do not just start this hairstyle from total dry hair. It was moist. Now I'm going to show you guys something at this point. Obviously next step is to comb your hair, but guess what, my hair was not having it. The comb was just not, I tried this for about five minutes. It just wasn't going through. So then what I decided to do was partition my hair. Okay, so if you're watching this, you probably equally have full lengthy hair. You know, this is the first section. I made sure to cut it into four sides. So the first side, comb it nicely. Then I just gave it a little twist just to hold the hair to make sure that it doesn't, get all mixed up with the rest of the hair. So then I cut out another half, the second half, and I combed as well. I realized that this is very helpful. Yes, it takes you a little bit more time, but then you get to take your time, comb your hair until it's properly detangled. Another secret for this hairstyle, guys or girls, you need to make sure that your hair is extremely detangled as it can be. And we know that that is not always the case on natural hair, so you need to be careful. So I did that. Then obviously I mixed up the first two halves into one, and yeah, I just gave that a little braid, and it gave me what you see there at the moment. So the back of my hair as well, I had to do the same thing. So with what I was left with, so here you could see the back, I needed to comb that really nicely. You had the fourth half, and then I gave it a mix. Okay, so I did say that it could take you a little longer time, but trust me, at the end of the day, you'll be glad you did. At this point, my hair was going out, really smoothly. Yes, it's a big comb, but it's not every day I actually get a comb through my hair that way. So I was actually very happy with myself. And now let's get into the step by step of this hairstyle. Right. First, what you want to do is take out a little section of your hair. So I just did that. And then you separate that into two halves. Okay, just part that into two. You use your right hand to hold, the first half. You use your left hand to hold the second half, and you just start to twist. That is why it's called a flat twist. So you can see the half I have in my right hand, and I have the other half in my left hand. Whenever you need to switch from left to right, then you take some extra hair from the middle of your head. I'm gonna take that again. So this is my left hand, slightly up. My right hand is at the bottom. Whenever I need to move hair from my left to my right, I add up some hair from the middle of my head. So can you see that? So before you twist it, you need to add up some extra hair. That way you get the flat look. Okay, obviously moving the hair from my right to my left as well, I take hair from the edges of my head. I really hope this is as simplified as possible. Basically, you just keep repeating this process until you get to the back of your head. Depending on how full your hair is, this can take some time. Do not rush it. Don't rush this process. You need to take your time to get a really smooth finish at the end of the day. Keep detangling your hair. I did mention at the beginning, this is something for the hairstyle to come out nice and flat. You need to make sure your hair is detangled. So same thing, moving the hair from the left hand to your right hand. As you do that, you take some extra hair from the middle of your head. So that's pretty much all I did until the end. Yeah. We'll also notice at this point that the line on my head is not the best, it's not perfect, but then it was really, that's why this is called a protective hairstyle. It's something you can do in a hurry, in a rush, just to help you keep your hair nice and smooth, and was really just to show us a step-by-step process on how this is done. At the end of the day, this is pretty much what you should get. You just need to twist the rest of it up until the end. Okay, so the part of my hair which is not on my head is just a random twist, and yes, it's gonna stay like that. So now to the second side of my head, same process. I started by partitioning my hair into 4. You comb that. Trust me, it wasn't as quick as you see here, but just for the purpose of the video, once you're done combing, you give it a twist to make sure it doesn't get mixed up with the rest of your hair. Okay, then you take the third side, you comb it, make sure it's properly detangled, and you comb out the last side as well. And once you're done with all of that, you can mix, you can comb all of it together nice and smooth into one single half. Right, guys, at this point the joy in my heart could not be understood. You rarely see me get to this point without any tear in my eyes, because we all know the struggles of natural hair, but yeah, that's the beauty in it as well. So same step by step, you take out a part of your hair from the front, you separate that into 2, and you start to twist. But now, since I'm doing the other side of my head, you inverse the process. My right hand, before sending hair to my left hand, you take more hair from the middle of the head, if that makes sense. So you need to make sure you're working with the line on the middle of your head. Before you move hair from the right to the left, you need to take some extra hair. Okay, before you move hair from the left to the right, you take some extra hair. That way it is automatically going to go flat, because you keep adding up more hair. Something I also realized I did on the second half was I was in a little rush, which I do not exactly encourage, because if you do, then you're going to have the twist bumpy. It's not going to be as flat as you wish. It's going to be a little bit bumpy. So yeah, there is need for you to do this nice and slow. So same process, just move hair from your right to your left, but as you do that, you take up a little bit more hair and you get your flat twist. Keep detangling your hair, ladies. I notice some ladies who just, whilst doing this, you prefer to keep, sprinkling some water on your hair. Personally, I really do not need to do that, because as I said already, my hair was already moist, and I did apply my leave-in conditioner, so it was pretty soft, but it keeps getting tangled every other second, so you need to keep detangling your hair. Another thing you want to keep in mind is that this could be a little bit painful. So obviously you have your pain threshold, right? Take care of your scalp. You don't want to pull too hard on your scalp. So if we can see the difference between the two halves, the first one I did is a little bit flatter, but again, this was really just to give us an idea of how quickly this is. What I did next was to use my brush and my hair gel, obviously to style the front of my hair. So yeah, this just to lay your edges. Really, this is optional. If your hair is even more curly than mine, you may want to put the gel all over your hair to really get it as flat as possible. Otherwise, personally, I used the gel just on the front of my hair, just on my edges, really. Once that is done, so once you achieve your desired look with your hair gel, what you want to do next to make sure that the end process is even better, what you want to do next is to get yourself a little satin scarf. So I have this blue scarf here. You just tie that, wrap that around your head nice and tight, okay, just for a few minutes. I mean 5 to 10 minutes, and this is what you would get at the end. There we go, guys. Really easy, really quick. Your flat twist, a protective style you can keep for 7 to 10 days, looking all good. And I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and thanks a lot for tuning in.